Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to another hard-hitting episode of the Callous Mind Talking Head Sportscast. This week we're making 2023 NFL Week 4 predictions. I'm showing you my Week 3 prediction results. And the Miami Dolphins win by 50 points? Are you serious? All that and more right now. My 2023 NFL Week 3 pick results are as follows: 9 wins, 7 losses. The 49ers get a win on Thursday night. The Titans lose, which was unfortunate. The Lions win, Packers win, and the Dolphins win. They hang 70 points on the Denver Broncos. 70 points, man. They won by 50 freaking points. Are you kidding me? My understanding was there's not been that many points scored in a game since like 1966, and that was according to something I heard on the Fox post-game show or whatever. But that's just ridiculous. 90 points total in the game, winning by 50. Man, that's an ass whooping. Chargers get a win, Patriots win, Bills win, Jaguars lose, Ravens lose, Seahawks win. And the Cowboys, I picked them, and they lost. How about them Cardinals? Yeah, that's right. The Cardinals get a hard-fought win against probably a superior foe, but they get the win nonetheless. So rise up, Red Sea, and be happy that you beat them boys in Week 3. The Raiders lose. I don't know what's going on at this point with the Garoppolo situation. My understanding was that he had gotten a concussion in this game, so I don't know if that's going to keep him out of this week's game or not. The Eagles lose. Well, upon further review, it looks like my numbers are wrong. I was actually 10 wins and 6 losses because the Eagles actually won this game and the Rams lost. So either way, 10 and 6. I didn't win any wagers, so it wasn't a real profitable football weekend. And probably the highlight of it for me was seeing Miami hang 70 points on Sean Payton and Denver Broncos. So I know that sucks for Broncos fans, but you know, the Dolphins, man, they are exciting to watch. This video is brought to you by Spartan Coins, makers of high quality custom challenge coins, custom lapel pins, and custom patches, and a website that features online ordering. So if you're in the market to create your own custom challenge coins, be sure to check out Spartan Coins by visiting SpartanCoins.com, giving them a call at 855-477-7826, or emailing them sales@SpartanCoins.com. Thank you, Spartan Coins, for sponsoring today's video. My 2023 NFL Week 4 picks are as follows. Thursday features an NFC North matchup, and I'm going to take the visiting Detroit Lions to get the win on the road against the home Green Bay Packers. Sunday starts October's games, and the first game up is Atlanta at Jacksonville. And this game is kind of a toss-up for me, as some of these are. I'm going to go ahead and take Atlanta in this game on the road to get the win at Jacksonville after Jacksonville's poor showing last weekend. Now that I'm not picking them, they'll probably win, but you know, that's kind of how that goes. Next game up, AFC East matchup, Miami visits the Buffalo Bills, and this is a great time of the year for Miami to be visiting Buffalo. Better now instead of December. So I'll take the Miami Dolphins and their high-flying offense on the road to get the win against the Buffalo Bills. Next game, Denver at Chicago. This may be just what the doctor ordered for the Denver Broncos. I'm going to take Sean Payton and the Denver Broncos on the road to get the win at the Chicago Bears. The next game features an AFC North matchup, and Cleveland looks like they may actually be the real deal in the North. Perhaps I was wrong in picking Cincinnati to win this division, but it's still really, really early in the season. But either way, I'm taking the new Cleveland Browns to defeat the old Cleveland Browns, also known as the Baltimore Ravens. So the Browns at home to get the win. The Cincinnati Bengals visit the Tennessee Titans, and I expected Cincinnati to lose this in Week 3, but they did not. I expected Tennessee to win in Week 3, and they did not. So I'm going to take the Cincinnati Bengals on the road to get the win at the Tennessee Titans. Next game, Los Angeles Rams visit the Indianapolis Colts. And I'm going to go ahead and take the Indianapolis Colts at home to get the win against the Rams. Next game, NFC South matchup, Tampa Bay visits the New Orleans Saints. And I don't know how long Derek Carr is going to be out for the Saints, but I'm going to go ahead and take Tampa in this game. So I'll take the Buccaneers on the road to get the win at the Saints. Next game, NFC East matchup. It features Washington Commanders visiting the Philadelphia Eagles. And the Eagles continue to fly. And I think they continue that in this game as well. So I'll take the Eagles at home against the Commanders. Next game, Minnesota versus the Carolina Panthers. And I have been picking Minnesota and they've been losing. But I don't have a lot of faith in Carolina either. So once again, this is kind of a coin toss for me. So I'm going to take the Minnesota Vikings on the road to get the win at the Carolina Panthers. Next game, Pittsburgh visits the at Houston Texans. And I'm going to take the Steelers on the road to get this win at the Texans. Next game, the Raiders visit the Los Angeles Superchargers. And of course, I'm ride or die with the Raiders all the time. Even though they continue to disappoint me, but I've grown used to that, so that is what it is. But I'll take the Raiders on the road to get the win against their AFC West rival Los Angeles Chargers. Next game, New England visits the Dallas Cowboys, and I think the Dallas Cowboys are going to come out angry in this game, and they're at home. Plus New England is, so-so. But I'll take the Cowboys at home to get this win against the Patriots. Next game, Arizona Cardinals visit their division rival San Francisco 49ers. And this would be a big win for the Cardinals to get. Right now, San Francisco and Brock Purdy look pretty invincible, but no team is invincible. And when you start dealing with divisional opponents, people raise their game on both sides. The Cardinals have a lot of momentum coming into this game from their win against the Dallas Cowboys in Week 3. So I will take Big Red and the Arizona Cardinals on the road to get the win at the San Francisco 49ers. Finally, Sunday night, Kansas City visits the New York Jets. And I'm going to take Kansas City on the road to get the win here against the Jets. And on Monday Night Football, it looks like we only have one game this week. And that is the Seattle Seahawks visiting the New York They Might Be Football Giants. And the Giants have not played gigantic this year at all. So I'll take the Seattle Seahawks on the road to get this win in New York. There was one story I wanted to talk about before I end this episode, and that was Michigan State officially fires Coach Mel Tucker for cause. Now, I'd been seeing stories related to this one, like they were prepping to fire him and so on and so forth. So Michigan State University has fired football coach Mel Tucker for cause Wednesday, formally completing a process that was initiated last week. Tucker is under university investigation for a sexual misconduct complaint brought by Brenda Tracy, a sexual assault awareness speaker. In a statement, the university said it had terminated Tucker's contract for his admitted and undisputed behaviors, which have brought public disrespect, contempt, and ridicule upon the university and constitute a material breach of his agreement and moral turpitude. Michigan State suspended Tucker without pay September 10th, and athletic director Alan Haller informed Tucker in a letter September 18th that the university intended to fire him for cause. The school opened up an investigation into Tracy's complaint back in December 2022, and there remains an upcoming university hearing on the matter. The formal firing loomed as the final step in the university separating from Tucker, who has nearly $79 million remaining on his contract. By firing him for cause, Michigan State is attempting to not pay Tucker any of the remaining money. Haller claimed in the letter that the school had amassed a body of undisputed evidence of misconduct that warrants termination for cause. Tucker and his attorneys pushed back in pointed language against the firing for cause in a statement last week and in a letter from his attorneys Monday that called the proposed termination unjustified for several reasons. In a statement September 19th, Tucker said MSU does not care about my rights, the truth, or its future liability for policing its employees' private lives. Haller said in Wednesday's termination notice that Tucker's responses provided a litany of excuses. Simply put, Mr. Tucker's response does not provide any information that refutes or undermines the multiple grounds for termination for cause set forth in the notice. Haller said in a statement Wednesday. Instead, his 25-page response, which includes a 12-page letter from his attorney and a 13-page expert report, provides a litany of excuses for his inappropriate behavior while expressly admitting to the problematic conduct outlined in the notice. Tucker's responses included the formal response from his attorneys within the 7-day window that MSU had noted in the September 18th letter that it was contractually required to give him. The 25-page formal response argued point by point at times with MSU. Those responses have set the stage for a potential legal battle over the remaining $79 million on his contract. I look forward to one day obtaining discovery against MSU, including the trustees and athletic department, to see what they really knew and said about this matter, as well as their motives in handling the entire investigative process, Tucker said in his statement September 19th. In her complaint, Tracy claims Tucker masturbated without her consent during a phone call in April 2022. Tucker denies that encounter wasn't consensual and added that investigator acknowledged a personal relationship between them. This is so weird to me. Tracy claims that Tucker masturbated without her consent during a phone call in April 2022. Okay, so are we talking about like a Zoom phone call where she could see him doing it? Or did she know that he was doing it because he said he was doing it? And why would he need consent if they weren't at the same place? Not to be completely inappropriate, but the reality is that if I want to yank it and I'm on the phone with somebody, I don't really need their permission to yank it, right? If we're not in the same room. I mean, I'm just saying, all this shit's a little weird. First of all, I don't know what the fuck you're doing masturbating on a phone call anyway. But number two, what the hell's that got to do with the price of tea in China or this guy's job with MSU? I don't know. I don't get it. It just seems to me like it's somebody bringing a complaint, the victim mentality. We're going to punish this guy and get him out of here because of this thing that allegedly happened. So I don't know. Listen, man, I don't know Miss Tracy. I don't know this dude who was this coach. Don't know him at all. But it just kind of seems like from afar that maybe the guy is getting a little railroaded. I don't know. I mean, all these people, people make allegations and then they turn out to be false, and all they do is just ruin people's lives with false allegations. And so I think that this stuff ought to be taken to court, and we need to find out the truth, and then whatever's appropriate needs to happen, because these allegations and people being destroyed just on the basis of allegations, this shit is just out of control, man. That's going to do it for this episode of the Callous Mind Talking Head Sportscast. Thank you all for spending some time with me today. I do certainly appreciate it. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Please, please, please be good to yourselves and each other. And I'll talk to you all next week. God bless.